Previously on BikesBoozeBigfoot.
Welcome to Arkansas.
It slowed way down on the highway. I got off on the shoulder and turned on my hazards.
Not the ending to the trip we'd hoped. We're kind of on our own separate trips at this time.
I'm gonna go look at a BMW GS today.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to BikesBoozeBigfoot. Kind of got a new bike thing today. Update, something kind of didn't really expect today, but this is likely the last time that you'll see these bikes around. Last time we'll really see them.
Came back to Des Moines, then went back to Indianola, and this is what we have.
Ta-da!
Aren't they pretty? Look at that. I mean, it's gray and white again. Ben named her. Her name is Ginny GS. And then Ben doesn't really name his bikes, but this is his new bike. I have a new motorcycle.
I've got a brand new R1250 RS. So this is replacing my 16 R1200 RS. Excited about the new purchase. Hey everybody, we're out here at Saylorville, kind of showing off our brand new BMW motorbikes.
Okay, a GS, it's a 1250 instead of a 1290, which was my KTM. But it's only like an inch shorter than the KTM, and it's already significantly different from what I had before. It's definitely bottom heavy instead of top heavy, which I actually really enjoy. It's a lot smoother to ride and easier to maneuver, honestly.
I believe it, I believe it. I'll say I pushed it in the driveway. The thing does seem to have just at standstill an incredible turning radius, so that's nice. I do move this bike around a good fair bit in our driveway for her, so it's nice to just know that it moves well. This is the R1250 RS, notable improvements. We've got the TFT screen. The other one had kind of a LCD, kind of a little bit wonky, wasn't the best. We've got the shift cam motor. But other than that, I mean, clear down to the color, it's basically the same color. I had a blue and white before, very similar with the front being blue, the back kind of being white. It's literally my top case rack from before, same top case I've had. I'm repurposing the side case luggage, the Michelin Road tires once again, so pretty much TFT screen, newer technology. We've got full warranties on these. They do come with road assistance. Fingers crossed we never have to use that, but after Crystal's KTM ordeal, we're double crossing fingers. And then full LED lights all the way around was a complaint I had with my 16. The thing just didn't put out any damn light. It was like a candle lighting up the road.
Yeah, the KTM definitely was a spotlight.
Yeah, that thing was a spotlight in my mind.
So far, it's a lot smoother than what I'm used to. My bike certainly does corner a lot sharper than the KTM did. Trying to figure out some of this stuff on the handlebars. I moved this over from my KTM. It definitely looks bigger on this. This is a lot smoother. I do like that I don't have to hit the clutch every time that I shift. A lot less clanky than the KTM. And overall, the seat is a lot more comfortable. Well, the only thing I am not liking about this is the kickstand so far. It's a lot further up than the KTM. However, it's a lot easier to park the bike and set it down. The KTM was very much more upright. So I just need to realize this bike is a little smoother, I guess, and agile than what I had before, so that I don't overdo it and topple over. It's so easy. I can back up so easily on this thing. Boop, 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 boop. So something to note, the KTM often made my joints hurt because I had to extend my legs so much. I am 6 foot, but it was still quite a bit. I really like the shift without the clutch. I'm still figuring out my menu. I want to get the gasoline tank on there. I thought it was on there on the way home, but I was daydreaming, I guess. We're going to remove this, put the GPS back on there, my Garmin. I ordered a couple things for my bike. Those, what are they, ball joints or whatever, to put up my cameras. Initially, when I looked at the bike, I was thinking of getting different side mirrors. I really like these actually, so probably not going to do that. That's off the list now. We'll see later on if I feel like I need to do something, but this works fine. There's a lot less up here per the KTM because I had like my brake fuel was up higher, and the windshield is definitely smaller, but the airflow is outstanding. I'm getting a lot more air. Honestly, the only things I'm going to get for this bike are probably some covers for bolts and such, so that water doesn't sit in them and rust them, and it just makes the bike look even better. Ben got us some covers for our gears down there, because I just, since I'm still adjusting to this differently balanced bike, I'm just terrified I'm going to just drop over on a turn, because it turns so much lighter than the other bike, and I'm so used to throwing my weight into it. Hola! This is Jenny the GS. I got a message, about the KTM, like, I can't believe you got rid of it. It was my baby. I really love that bike, but it is a material thing. I mean, things wear out. I really tried to take care of the bike the best I could, but somebody else will enjoy it, I hope, just as much as I did, but also be able to maintain it better. I'm still not used to the quick shift. There we go. Got it. It was great when I was leaving the dealership on Friday. I just wasn't used to the oomph. Like, this bike is a little bit smaller, but it definitely had a lot more torque, and it just took off from a stop sign. Third shift went a little smoother that time. Second didn't. I'm learning. Not using the clutch. I'm gonna do something crazy. Cruise. I don't use cruise in town because KTM always had it over here. So I'd have to take my hand off and focus, and it was just, and the KTM cruise control was not awesome. So that's another win for the BMW, because it's right here. So I just barely bump it with my thumb and it goes on. So I did not use the cruise control on the KTM at all most of the time, unless it was super long trips and my hand would go numb. So that's another thing that you just get used to, but then on this, Ben's kind of forcing me to use the cruise control, and it's actually amazing. A lot less fatigue, so that might help as well. So less just everything. Less throttle, less clutch. Might be able to ride longer without hand cramps. It's going to be a weird feeling. Another thing, the turn signals are also easier to use on this than the KTM. I don't know why. It's just easier to hit with my thumb. Things must have just been more spread out on the KTM, and I didn't realize it. I don't know why. That would be something that I'm like, oh, I can actually hit it. And it goes into neutral a lot easier than the KTM. Yeah, right about now my thighs would be getting super hot. because, well, the KTM had stuff that blew on your legs. And then, yeah, it would start to get very uncomfortable very fast. I would be hot because the windshield is up, it's really tall. I'd have the vents blowing on my thighs. And right now I'm actually pretty comfortable. I don't know, it's 85 out. Okay, well. So it's probably closer to 90 because Iowa's ungodly humid. So. And so far on this bike, like this bike has amazing grip on the seat, so I'm not sliding as much. I don't have hot air blowing onto my crotch. So I'm actually just like really a lot more comfortable right now than I usually would be. Because that's the first thing that always gets me on the KTM is that area. And that's why I'm always so, like, I'm in pain. Like this seat, like, I gotta get used to that too, because I try and move around on it as much as I did on the KTM, and it definitely does not. Yeah, you don't move on this. You have to like lift your butt and move it. You can't slide. And I think that was a thing with the KTM where I was just sloshing around on it. So
I'm on my new bike. This is my R1250 RS. This is a 2023, replacing my outgoing 2016. Really just loved my 16. For all intents and purposes, it's pretty much the same, just 7 years newer. So pretty happy to have it. Oh my. My windshield is just like, or my face shield is just bug splattered, and I just now realized it. This is kind of the dash, updated TFT 6.5-inch screen. That's the larger upgrade from the dash. I'll probably rip out the Garmin Quick Nav, or BMW Nav VI, whatever their navigator is. They're $900, and we have the newer Garmin Zumo XT. So we'll get a mount that goes somewhere up in here for that. It'll just be pretty much permanent fixture. I think we're going to do that for both bikes. Already on the way, I've got the Moto Art, Machine Art Moto, something like that. We got their case protectors, just like I had in my R1200 RS, and we have the grip puppies or grip buddies, the foam things that kind of protect your hands from the grips and the grips from your hands. So those are on the way. Past that, again, not a lot of upgrades I'm looking to do on this bike either. So makes it nice when you buy a new bike and you don't have to spend a bunch of money day one.